Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for November 18, 2025. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, we have the pivotal moment in U.S.-Saudi relations, as Saudi Arabia's visit marks a crucial point in their diplomatic ties. The implications of these agreements will be far-reaching for the Middle East and beyond. Secondly, tensions between China and Japan are escalating over Taiwan. Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's statement about potential military involvement has sparked a significant backlash from China, resulting in economic countermeasures, travel cancellations, and cultural exchange suspensions. Lastly, at the UN Climate Summit in Brazil, discussions around reforming the global climate governance framework are gaining traction. The goal is to make the Conference of the Parties process more effective in addressing the escalating climate crisis, with proposals for a more streamlined decision-making process and a potential shift towards a majority vote system. These stories highlight pressing global issues that require collective action and diplomatic efforts to resolve peacefully. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know it's right now. Good evening, I'm Barbara, and this is the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We've seen a tech-led slide in the stock market, with major indices falling sharply due to concerns about Bitcoin prices and upcoming earnings reports, particularly from NVIDIA. The Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures dropped roughly 0.7%, while S&P 500 futures slid 0.8%. Contracts on the tech-heavy Nasdaq also moved lower, down about 1%. On a more positive note, Chinese search engine Baidu offered a rare bright spot with its third-quarter revenue beating market expectations, causing its stock to rise before the bell. However, this was overshadowed by broader market anxieties, including Home Depot's decision to cut its full-year profit guidance after missing earnings estimates. As we look ahead to the rest of the week, all eyes are on Thursday's release of the September jobs report, which will be the first major economic reading since the U.S. shutdown delayed official data releases. This report is expected to play a crucial role in shaping expectations for the Federal Reserve's next policy moves. In conclusion, today's stock market activity reflects a complex interplay of factors, from cryptocurrency fluctuations and earnings reports to broader economic indicators and policy decisions. As investors navigate these challenging waters, they are advised to remain vigilant and adapt to the evolving landscape, recognizing that volatility can present both risks and opportunities in the financial markets. Now, for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored the opposition of Uranus, which presents a rare opportunity for astronomers and stargazers to observe this distant world in all its glory. With Venus passing close to Uranus on July 22nd, it's an event not to be missed. We also delved into two significant scientific developments. A groundbreaking study published in Nature Communications identified biomarkers that can predict therapeutic outcomes in depression, offering new hope for more effective treatment strategies. Additionally, a correction was issued to an article exploring the implications of morphology remodeling and microglia activation on amyloid jaw clearance in the context of Alzheimer's disease, highlighting the importance of accuracy and transparency in scientific research. Lastly, we took a journey through the cosmos to explore the story of Hamal, the brightest star in the constellation Aries. Once an equinox star, Hamal holds profound significance in the history of astronomy, reminding us of our connection to the land, the sky, and ancient cultures. These stories showcase the awe-inspiring beauty and complexity of the universe, as well as the rapid progress being made in our understanding of complex neurological disorders. Join us next time on the AI Daily Press as we continue to explore the wonders of the cosmos and the latest scientific breakthroughs. Now, for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we examine the challenges facing the NFL's Arizona Cardinals and their quest for a winning season. We analyzed key factors such as team dynamics, coaching strategies, and player performance that will influence their success in the upcoming games. Secondly, we delved into the concerns surrounding the NBA All-Star Game, where interest seems to be waning. Draymond Green's comments about the game no longer being a significant honor for players sparked a broader conversation about the event's relevance. We explored potential solutions, including new formats and international competitions, to revitalize excitement among both players and fans. Lastly, we touched on the evolving landscape of professional sports, where leagues must adapt to changing player attitudes, growing entertainment options, and shifting fan engagement. The NBA, in particular, faces a challenge in redefining its all-star game to resonate with its global audience and make it meaningful again. These discussions highlight the complexities and nuances of modern sports, where success is not just about winning but also about connecting with fans, embracing change, and fostering excellence. Tune in to our future podcasts for more in-depth analysis and thought-provoking conversations on the world of sports. This is Howard Closewell speaking. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Correll.
Thank you, Howard. We've had a diverse range of stories, from the world of music to innovative breakthroughs in healthcare. We shone the spotlight on Sabrina Carpenter's new single and explored how music can bring people together and evoke strong emotions. We also delved into a promising clinical trial in rural China that's shown great results in preventing falls among older adults, highlighting the importance of community-based programs in improving health outcomes. But it was our journey to Mercer, Maine, that really stood out. We visited the historic Mercer Meeting House, a testament to the enduring power of community and a beacon of continuity bridging past and present. This tiny town with less than 1,000 residents reminded us that America's story is not just told in its grand cities or monumental landmarks, but in the small towns, local traditions, and everyday people who come together to form the backbone of our society. These stories showcase the beauty of human connection and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. As we always say, in the simplest of places often lie the most extraordinary stories. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we've got Millie Bobby Brown and Jenna Ortega taking a stand against the paparazzi and old Hollywood norms. These young stars are refusing to play by the rules and are instead taking control of their own narratives. I say, good for them. It's time we started treating our celebrities like human beings, not objects for our entertainment. Next, we're talking about the latest shakeup in the music industry with Katy Perry's new album release. But wait, no we're not. We are actually discussing the TikTok Awards, which is happening on December at the Hollywood Palladium in Los Angeles. This award show is all about celebrating the creators, trends, and viral moments that have made TikTok so popular. With categories like Creator of the Year and Slay Award, it's going to be a wild ride. And finally, we're giving a shout out to Katy. Just kidding. We actually talked about Millie Bobby Brown standing up for herself on the red carpet, Sydney Chandler saying no to an interview, and Jenna Ortega supporting Winona Ryder at the Venice Film Festival. But in all seriousness, our third story is about the changing landscape of Hollywood and how these young stars are paving the way for a more inclusive and respectful industry. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Stay fabulous, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the critical situation of the Vallata mud turtle, a species that may become extinct within 3 years if urgent action is not taken. The recent thefts of over 200 turtles from a university lab in Mexico have raised concerns about wildlife trafficking and the need for increased cooperation between governments, law enforcement agencies, and wildlife experts. Secondly, we explored the story of rewilding efforts in the northeastern United States, where an organization called Mighty Earth is advocating for the reintroduction of mountain lions to the region. This initiative aims to restore ecosystems to a more natural state by reintroducing top predators, but it also raises concerns about human safety and potential impacts on domestic animals and livestock. Lastly, we discuss the importance of protecting biodiversity and preserving ecosystems, as highlighted by the story of the Vallata mud turtle and the rewilding efforts in the US. We also touched on the critical situation of the Congo Basin, where deforestation and habitat destruction are threatening the survival of many species, including lowland gorillas. These stories remind us that conservation is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires the collaboration of governments, organizations, and individuals. As we continue to report on these topics, we'll delve deeper into the intricacies of human-wildlife interactions and the importance of preserving our planet's precious biodiversity. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.